tree. I'm just sitting here.
Today we're going to take a look at the Rad Mini Electric folding bike made by Rad Power Bikes out of Seattle, Washington. Stick around, this is great information. These are perfect for RV camping and travel because of the size and the flexibility. We'll get into how they fold up, all the different components, and why we chose this for our RV travel. So before we decided to purchase these, I had done about 9 months worth of research on electric bikes, and there is a lot out there currently on the market. So do your research, make sure you look at all the different components. Price point obviously is a factor, at least it was for us. And in this price range, we felt that this product was the best bang for the buck. And I'll explain why. So electric bikes are only really different from a typical derailleur bike, with the fact that they obviously have a motor, they have a battery, and they have, or should have at least, a more powerful braking system. And obviously a display that controls the entire bicycle. When I was doing my research, I found that a lot of these electric bikes had smaller motors, anywhere from 250 watts, 350 watts, 500 watts. This has a 750 watt Bafang motor, which is very strong. It has like 80 Nm of torque, which would get you up a hill no problem. And on the market, it was one of the top reviewed motors. So that was very important to me, to have the highest wattage motor in this size of a bicycle. Secondly, this has a 48 volt Samsung lithium ion battery. Very important. You want a good quality lithium ion battery. A lot of these manufacturers throw in a cheap battery with lower volts, maybe 36. Sometimes I've seen them even lower than that. You want to make sure you get a 48 volt, and you want to make sure that it's a Samsung or Panasonic, a good lithium ion battery that's going to last you for a long time. Rad Power Bikes include that. The third element that you want to look at is your braking power. These have 180 millimeter disc brakes, front and back, really super strong. They will stop you on a dime when you need it, especially in uneven terrain. This has the 4-inch tires, which we love because we live in Florida, so we take these on the beach a lot. We're really looking forward to taking these out west this summer to Moab and to Zion on the back trails. We think that these 4-inch tires are really going to be awesome for grip and for a good ride. That being said, let's get into a little bit more about what makes this bike so awesome for travel. Well, obviously you can see here that it folds in half, and the handlebars fold down. The seat goes down in, and so you can literally pick this up and put it into the trunk of a car or in the back of an SUV. In our case, because we have a camper, we wanted something that would fit either inside the camper or inside of our pickup truck, so that it would be out of the elements and wouldn't be exposed to dirt, dust, and rain when we're traveling down the highway from campground to campground. So that was important to us. We'll get into the folding aspects of this in a little minute. Okay, so let's take a look at how these fold up. First of all, you want to lower the seat. By the way, I've taken the battery out, which weighs about just shy of 8 pounds, which helps a lot because these are not light. With the battery, they weigh about 65 pounds. Okay? Next thing we're going to do is this little snap here comes up, pulls out, and then comes up one more time with our kickstand up, and the bike folds in half. There you go. What I like about it is they've made a little stand here that supports it. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Right down there. It supports it, protects the sprocket and the wheel, pedal wheels there. Pedals, I should say. Alright, and then next we'll go ahead and put the handlebar down. And there you have it. So this is about the size of it. Like I said, it weighs about, yeah, maybe about 50 pounds without the battery. And you can see you can put that easily in the back of an SUV or in your trunk. We fold them down. By the way, the pedals, push the pedals in, and they fold up as well. Like that. So it becomes very slimline, and just a great way you could store these. You know, if you had a Class C, definitely if you had a Class A, these would easily go underneath in one of the storage bins. And if you had those slide out trays, you could bungee cord these, strap them down, put them right in there. This would be perfect. So just an awesome piece of engineering. Okay, let's talk about some of the components on the bicycle itself. So you can see here, the bike, these are 2017 models. Now they have upgraded these quite a bit in the last 2 years. So if you go to their website and check out the current 2019 models, they now have a Rad Mini that is cutaway here, which would have been really nice for my wife because she's shorter and she does have somewhat of a problem when she tries to straddle this when she is stopped. But and they've also integrated a lot of new components. Interestingly enough, they have kept the price the same, which for the money, I think this is just a tremendous value. These are $1,499, and if you look at any other electric bike on the market with these components, they are going to be in the $2,000 to $3,000, sometimes even $4,000 and $5,000 range. So for the price point, this is just an incredible value. They have an integrated backlight, and it also will flash. They have an integrated headlamp, which is turned on by the display. That is tied into the battery, so you never have to worry about putting any more batteries or that going out. And the display is here. Now you can see down in the bottom, this is the pedal assist. Right now it's on 1, and we could set that with this little mode button over here, up and down arrows. There's 2, 3, 4, etc. What happens is every time that you pedal, there is a little magneton here that as you come around, it hits that and it tells the motor to assist you. So if you're not pedaling, the motor won't go. But as long as you're pedaling, the motor will kick in via this device. Okay? And then up here, of course, you've got your miles per hour. You've got total miles driven. You can also set it like a tripometer in your car. It'll tell you how many miles you've went that day. You've got 5 bars of battery life, so 20% each bar. And then it'll tell you the number of watts that you're using. So, for example, we usually go here at level 2. And when you're doing that, I believe we're right about 170 watts we're pulling. But like I said, we can go 30 miles round trip and still get back home with at least 1 or 2 bars. We've never really run it down to 0 and run out of battery power. This does have a backlight that you can bring on. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here. Yeah, there it just went on. And that turned on the front headlight here, as you can see as well. Turn that off. And of course, this operates just like a regular derailleur. This is a 7-speed Shimano derailleur. So if you didn't want to have any power at all, you could literally turn the power off and just ride it like a regular bicycle. Now, the other element I like here is this has like a scooter, as you can see there. This turns it on and off, and all you do is turn this dial and it operates just like a regular scooter, so you don't have to pedal at all. And I find this really nice when you are stopped and at a standstill and you want to go, instead of, you know, trying to pedal through, especially if you forgot to put the derailleur down on 1 and you're stuck on 7. It's great to just fire that up, get yourself going up to speed, and then just carry on pedaling. It's a great way to start. So on a single charge, we're able to go anywhere from 25 to 30 miles up to speeds of 20 to 23, 24. Sometimes we hit 25 miles an hour, which is plenty fast enough for us. There are 5 different pedal assists that you can set the motor at. So depending on where you set that, it's going to give you more and more and more power as you climb from 1 through 5. Of course, the higher you go, the more the motor's working to assist you, so you're going to burn more of the battery up by doing that. But we've found that we leave it on level 2. That's plenty of assist for us here in Florida, where everything's pretty much flat. And with that, we'll get up to speeds of 15 miles an hour, and we can go a good 25 miles, 30 miles round trip, which makes it great for us if we are out and we want to go 15 or 20 miles. We can get there and not have to worry about getting back home and being exhausted in the heat or whatever. So it just gives you a lot of options to be able to take off and not have to worry about, boy, are we going to be able to make it back. The other thing is, remember, when you get to your destination, you can always remove the battery and plug it in while you're having lunch and recharge it somewhat. So great thing to think about. On the 2017 model, Rad Power Bikes included the back rack and the front rack in the purchase. I don't believe that is included on the 2018 and 2019 models. So you might want to check that out. Go to their website. They've got some great videos, and you can get all the specifications there. Love, love, love the 4-inch tires, as I talked about earlier. We have not had any problem with those. What I did was when I bought them, right away I put in Tuffy liners on the inside in case we ever did get a needle or any rock or a sharp object that would go through the tire. The Tuffy are really, really heavy duty, almost fiberglass like material that goes and wraps around the entire inside, and then the inner tube goes in there and blows up, and it forces that Tuffy liner against the outside perimeter of the tire, so it really protects them. I'll put a link to that in the video down below so you can see where to get those on Amazon. They weren't that expensive. I think they were like 20 bucks. Not bad. And this is, by the way, my wife Vicky's, and of course she had to have the coconut for her water bottles. Nice, huh? And that is mine bicycle over here. So you've got your 750 watt Bafang motor back here, your 7 Shimano derailleur, your disc brakes front and back, okay, you may have seen these helmets sitting there while we were recording earlier. We bought these for a couple of different reasons. One, they just kind of look cool. They're very aerodynamic, and they have this beautiful ventilation system, top and back. They look different, you know, than a typical bicycle helmet. And they come with these leather straps. This is my wife Vicky's. And one of the cool things we really liked about these was they have this little magnetic door which you can flip out like this. And then it allows you to put a cable through here, so when you lock up your bicycles, you can actually lock up your helmet with it. So you don't have to take your helmet with you into the restaurant or on a hiking trail or whatever. You can simply lock it right to the bike. Nobody can get at it. These are made by 1000. If you look them up on the internet, you can find them. I think they're about $90, 100 bucks. We found them on sale. And yeah, this is mine here. Show you what this baby looks like. By the way, really simple clasp. It's a magnetic clasp, so boom, you're done. But we like them. You know, they're great. They protect your noggin if you make a bad fall. So anyway, check those out. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks for checking out Rollin' with the Roche'z. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and also click on the bell next to it. That way when we upload a new video, you'll be notified via email. Until then, we'll see you next time on Rollin' with the Roche'z. absolutely love. Honestly, this is probably one of the best purchases we've ever made.